Hello, it's Ken Utley again. This time we're going to look at the SIMS for Windows for doing your backups and any necessary restores of your database or history. For this particular demonstration, I've decided to pick an account example of about 4,600 accounts, along with all the necessary history and traffic that comes through the system. Although I'm doing this on a standalone system, you can expect speed that will equal or possibly even surpass this across your network. Now let's look at System, Backups. That'll open up a dialog box that contains all the files within the SIMS2 directory. All valid files, I should say. It will exclude out all doc files and files that have nothing to do with the SIMS2 database. Now I can choose to load only database files on my list, which includes the current week of history, or I can choose to do only the dated history files, or I can choose to do both. My recommendation is Monday through Friday you load only database files in your list to make it a quicker and much more compact backup. Then on Sunday night you should do a complete backup of all dated history files and database. So Monday through Friday we're recommending you check the first box. Then on Sunday night, leave the boxes unchecked, so you're going to create a file that's going to add or create a brand new file that will contain all the files within your SIMS2 database. This will keep you fresh throughout the week. Also note that we can pick any file in here and I can toggle the toggle for it, which means in this case all files will be backed up except that one. Or I can toggle all and it reverses the concept. So only now that one particular file will be backed up. Well, let's go on and choose all the files. Also, we're going to take just a second and note that the source files to backup, this is where your network files are found, is located here. You may use a browse button to find out where it's from. Destination archive file will be in the SIMS2, or excuse me, the temp directory and called sims2.arc. Now I'd like to let you know right now that we use a pkzip compatible format for storing these files. In other words, you could use pkunzip to verify them. You can use pkunzip to actually unpack them somewhere else if you had to move it to another computer with absolutely no concern. Let's begin doing our backup now. I'll click Backup, and as you can see it's going to start moving through all the files, performing a backup, and loading it into that file called sims2arc. This will obviously take a couple of minutes, and when it's completed we're going to actually open up a DOS box and verify the fact that I can use pkunzip to test these files for integrity and the correct CRCs and so forth. This is our guarantee to you that the initial file is pkzip compatible. We're about 30% through all of the backups right now. Notice this is done while the central station's online. It's not necessary to exit the program to provide this type of backup function. Now, later on, and possibly in another video, we're going to discuss about how to set up a standalone computer so that you can maintain some integrity in case of network outage. Okay, now we've started creating our sims2arc file, and we've processed 154 files. That means if we went down the list and counted, we have 154 files. Now, let's bring up a system prompt in that temp directory and just try what we've just said. As you can see, it's moving through all of that zip file and checking the integrity of those files. All files are there. All files look good. We've now created a backup that we can count on. Now remember, I could have pointed the destination directory to a zip file on my computer. I could put it in the temp directory and then copy it to a CD-ROM and so forth like that. So there are lots of possibilities of things that I can do on my backups. I would suggest that you keep off-premise backups. In other words, while doing your backups Monday through Friday and storing them in a safe there at your location is just good business, that Sunday night backup or a copy of that backup should be maintained off-premise. Let's take a look at the restore capabilities within the SIMS for Windows. We can see that we're looking in the temp directory, and from there we're going to pick our SIMS2 ARC file. Immediately this file is opened up and all of the files within there are checked and read up into the list box. We can see that our destination path is set over here to example. We could browse and change it to somewhere else. There's no reason it has to be there when we restore it. But let's just say for talking's sake that what we really want to do is come down here and we want to get back our global phone number file. So we'll toggle the selected. We probably want to get the index for it also. We've got our destination directory set to put it back where it was. We now clicked restore. It's going to ask us if we want to overwrite it. Bang. 2 files processed, and we have now taken those 2 files from our backup and put them back into our SIMS2 directory. I'd like to take this time to thank you for your attention, and remember, good backups are good business.